The world is on fire. Time is a bomb. 1,000 years are not enough for the things to be done. I was sitting in a conference room and was bored of speeches together. Like, enough is enough, man. And there comes a magical man known as Sandeep Shastri, Dr. Sandeep Shastri. And he showers upon us flowers of magic, wisdom and thoughts. So each flower smells different, and it is so effective that those thoughts dazzle your mind and would be in your mind all the time. And those were called as messages. So when I picked up the first flower and smelled it, the message that it sent to me was, age is just a number. Age doesn't matter. When 17 years old student of Jain University would go and revolt against some ill happening, then you people or anyone else could do it too. When a 17-year-old could do it, we could do it too. The second flower when he smelled was his teacher. He had studied in Afghanistan. So while studying there, he had met, his teacher was from India. So when he met his teacher after years, after a long time, that was very old. When his teacher was very old, he was approximately 80 years old that time, and he was still working. That teacher, being 85 years old, was still working. When some other guest come inside and ask that person, why are you still working? So he would say, have I ever started working to retire? Age really doesn't matter. Next, when he met a girl smoking in a restaurant, a girl was smoking, a 15-year-old girl was smoking, only 15-year-old girl, with all her friends. And this guy, he's tense, he's worried. Oh my God, what is happening to India? Why are 15-year-old students getting into this bad things? So he goes respectfully and asks that girl, why are you smoking? What happened to you? And that girl, her reply was, get lost. Second time he asked, why are you smoking, dear? Again, who are you, uncle? My grandpa doesn't tell me anything. Who are you to tell me? Are you some teacher or something? And third time she smoked. And then she stays quiet. Oh my God, this guy has a lot of patience. He thinks in her mind. Then, when he goes, he tells her that my child is growing up now. And I don't want my child to be the same. He's 10 years old. And when he's 15 years old, when he gets to 15 years old, I don't want him to be the same. So that is the reason I'm trying to tell you. Then he goes off from there. Then after some time, everyone just keeps the cigarette down. They call that guy back. They call the teacher back. They request him to come. So he comes back. And that girl tells him, you know, when I was in school, my favorite teacher was a math teacher. He was excellent in his subject, and the way he taught us was brilliant. I loved that teacher, and I loved mathematics so much because of him. And one day, when I was walking through streets, I saw that person smoking, and that's how I picked it. So I think people who smoke are very good at maths, and they'll do a better job in society. So my fellow Toastmasters and guests, everything that each and every one of us sees does affect a person. So we have to be a message to whomever we meet. And a similar example, a guy called Kannan, whom I meet in a village. Kannan says that I want to be like Gandhi. I want to be very good. I want to be someone who could affect the society. So, but I don't know how to do that. I'm worried. I can't do that, man. So there was a wisdom workshop going on, and he attends that. So he starts narrating his story. He used to be a big drunkard till the age of 25. And at the day of his marriage, his wife, the girl who is his wife, his going to be wife, doesn't know that he's a drunkard. So when she gets to know in the evening, just after the marriage, that he's a drunkard, he's worried. She's worried. So he tells her that, darling, sweetheart, I'll stop drinking from now on, it's only for you. And he stops. But after some time, again, when he is in office, in a social gathering, and he meets some of his friends and asks them, when his friends offer him beer or any drink, that time, he tells that, no, I'm not drinking. His friends make fun of him, and he starts off again. And his wife do not know about it. He starts drinking. And finally, when he is going to get a kid, he's worried how he's going to tell his wife again that he started. He's worried, he's really worried. He goes to many philosophers, many people, many psychiatrists to get help. And finally, one day, he stops. He tells his wife, yeah, I've stopped. I used to be a drunkard, but I've stopped now. Similarly, these were the kind of messages that were showered on me in that conference. And one message that I got from Toastmasters was, when I was 18 years old, I was very afraid of public speaking. When I came up on stage and gave my first CC, I was comfortable and I was good enough. I loved it. Then after some time, I started taking part in extracurricular activities, other activities which were held in my college. So in one of the debates which I had taken part, there was a huge audience in Fest. So I had to speak. I got a mic and I got a random topic and I had to speak on spot. So I started speaking on that topic and I was sweating because I didn't know what to say. I was sweating and I was afraid. I made a fool out of myself. But the same day, I got to know I'd won an impromptu talk somewhere else. So it all starts when we start affecting the society by little things that we do. Little things. You could be someone else's message. I could be your message. Over to you, Toastmaster.